usually what Rae Croteau Jr. does during the Calgary Stampede. Rae is part of a Chuckwagon dynasty, once again racing under the Ranchman's Tomco Neighbors banner. We are delighted to have Rae joining us on location at Ranchman's once again. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
You are gearing up for the Stampede. How many years have you been racing?
This will be my 14th year. I grew up, around my dad and grandfather racing, so I've basically been down here at the Stampede for, 28 years, so it's been kind of just part of my life.
What does it mean to you when this time comes around every year?
It's exciting. It's what we work towards as a Chuckwagon driver. You've built your team and your herd, and you come here and try to. This is basically our NHL playoffs, or if you want to call it that, right? So you got to be ready and put it on the line and perform and go for the cash.
Go for the cash. That's what it's all about. When you were young, how did you actually sort of make the transition from little guy to getting into an actual Chuckwagon?
I grew up riding horses, so it was a natural progression. About 14 years old, I started out riding, and then as I got older and stronger and more developed, I got into the wagon box when I was 16 and started driving, and kind of been stuck there ever since. It's a small addiction that we deal with, the racing side of things and the adrenaline and the success and sponsorship and all the people you meet throughout the years. So
is that what it is? Because you used the word addiction before. I mean, it is an honest to goodness. You couldn't live without it right now.
Yeah, it's that adrenaline, that rush of racing for one, and then the success side of things, right? So it's something we live for.
How do you mentally prepare for that moment, for the race?
You just got to stay focused and just keep to the basics. It's like any sport. You know your job. You just got to go out and do it and make sure your horses and people around you are ready for it. So everybody has the same attitude and wants to succeed and win.
At what point do you allow yourself to let loose and have fun during the Stampede? Is that after everything is done?
I'm pretty easygoing, so it's just kind of a natural thing. If there's people around that want to visit and have some fun, I usually do. We were here last night at the Bull Bus and then kind of let our hair down for one night prior to the kickoff on Friday. So, we'll probably stay pretty focused for the rest of the week and just try and do our thing and get out there and win.
Talk to us about the partnership that you have with Ranchman specifically. How nice and how important is it to have that year after year?
It's been great. This is our 4th year with the group, so Tomco and Neighbors and the Ranchmans, and for us, we need sponsorship and we need the backing, and they're always been with me and ready to support me, and they do a great job taking advantage of the advertising and bringing customers down and promoting throughout Stampede. So I think it goes a long ways with their customers.
Now, speaking of customers, what do you think about Ranchman's? Is it true? Is Ranchman's really where the real cowboys hang out? As advertised? Because
I've always been
that's
here,
what it looks like when I come down.
I think that's a statement in its own. Yeah.
Okay, so where are you at? When do you start in competition now?
Friday is the first night, so 8 o'clock start. Hope to see everybody down there.
Well, you'll definitely see all of us down there. Rae Croteau Jr., thank you so much for joining us today. And you're going to be part of also something that the Sheldon Kennedy Advocacy Foundation is part of as well, right?
We supported the flood last year, just kind of last minute, donated some money and raised money through the Stampede, and we thought it was, it went really well, and we want to continue this year with something new, and we decided to join the, Sheldon Kennedy Foundation and put our money towards that and help raise money for it.
That's incredible. We will learn more about that later. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to take